I had a meant to be the other day and I threw out most of my wardrobe. By throw out, I mean donate, don't get mad, including my black skinny jeans, like the bad millennial that I am. Anyway, I've decided to just have a few pieces in my wardrobe that all fit together, are cute, flattering for my body type, fit my personal style that I'm trying to cultivate, and are just like super comfy. I've narrowed it down to fabrics that I like, colors that I tend to gravitate towards, which kind of fit my personal style at the moment, and tops that are stretchy, comfy. Anyway, I hope you enjoy following along with my sewing journey, creating a new wardrobe. Maybe it'll give some inspiration of your own to start sewing stuff as well, even if it's like really basic, easy stuff, because I think it's just really satisfying having some sort of like hobby like this, and you get a nice cute little reward. Subscribe if you'd like to follow along with my sewing journey. I'll be posting a few of these videos. Let's go look at my mood board. I really like brands like Paloma Wool, Ghost Boy, and Indigo Luna. Even though Indigo Luna is kind of like a yoga loungewear brand, I just love their use of fabrics, and they're very like drapey and comfortable, and I just want to like design my wardrobe around some like flattering but comfortable silhouettes. I just want to make some skirts, shorts, tops, and like a little dress that I can mix and match with each other. I'll be honest, this is not my best drawing ever, but this is the first set I want to make. So it's kind of like a high neck tank, I guess, and booty shorts with a fold over waistband. These, I love low rise stuff, but I'm still working my way towards that. I'm gonna go self draft a pattern and then I'll get back to you. This is the fabric I got from Spotlight, and I think the color is so beautiful. And this is the pattern that I've self drafted. I've made a couple tops kind of like this, so I have sort of like based it off those, and they kind of worked well. And for the shorts, I don't want a front seam on the shorts. I'm gonna add like a gusset, which is like in the crotch area of the shorts. I haven't done that before. I'm kind of nervous. Wish me luck. I don't really have a table big enough to cut this, and going to use a freshly vacuumed floor to cut it just so there's no like warping, and I have a larger surface area. These are the pieces for my top. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to sew the collar on, but I'm just going to sew the armholes and the bottom of the top, and then we'll piece it together. I don't really have like the best sewing setup, so I'm using my windowsill, and I don't have like a seat, so I'm kind of just like hunched over my sewing machine. But yeah, let's sew this, and like hopefully it kind of turns out cute. Also, these are my settings. I have a zigzag stitch, I don't know, medium, I guess. And the tension is like 3, a little over 3. I don't really know, I'm just winging it, but that's how my seams look kind of nice. I've sewn the front and back piece and the collar. So I'll have like one piece that is like the right side facing in, and then I'm gonna turn the other piece inside out, so the right side's facing out, and then I'll thread it inside the other one, and then match up the shoulder and side seams. And I just need to figure out how to put this on because I didn't really think it through. I have spent the last few hours troubleshooting this top. I just can't do the neck. I don't know. I don't know what went wrong. It's just a little bit too complicated. I think because I've made the top double layered. I think I'm gonna start again and do an Issey Miyake style top where it's just like one piece. I'm not gonna try and add a separate piece for the neck because I've overcooked it. Cut all my new pieces for my shorts, and I recut the pieces for my top. And I still have the first top that I sewed, but I kind of had an idea to turn it into like sort of a single shoulder top with a strap and then like drawstrings on the side. We've got the waistband, front shorts, 4 pieces for the back, and we've got the little crotch in the middle. I'm going to pin all the shorts pieces together, so the inner layer and then the outer layer, and then I'm going to sew them together and then sew the waistband on it, and hopefully that's fine. Hello, it is the next day and I had been in this room yesterday for way too long. Didn't drink much water, was not feeling that well, and I didn't finish on my sewing project. We got another day. It is the afternoon now and I haven't done any sewing today, but I actually cut up the first top I made into a different one, and I've like cut it as a single shoulder with a strap, and I'm adding a drawstring to the side. I'll show a close-up of that one. I haven't done this before. So this is like a cute little experiment. I finished the shorts and they're cute. I think it'll look better as like a set. And then I recut the fabric for the top. So I'll show you that pattern that I remade. It's way more basic, really simple, just one piece of fabric. This is the single shoulder or asymmetrical one. And we have a drawstring on the side. I'm sewing 2 straps for the drawstring top. These are my straps, and I've just done a zigzag stitch on both, and I'm going to put safety pin at the end and then thread it inside out. So I know this looks pretty messy, but here's the bottom of the top, and I've gone over 2 panels. So the seam is down the middle. I'm going to stitch all the way around and then from the bottom to the top, but we're going to leave a little gap here so we can thread the drawstring around it. All right, this is day 3 of sewing my new wardrobe, and I have my second top to sew. So I have 4 pieces of this, and I'm just going to sew them right side facing in and then sew them together. This is super simple. Yeah, so let's get sewing today, and hopefully this is like the end of this part of the project. We'll see. I have my front and back piece, and I like to do it in this fabric double lined. So if you are doing it double lined, sew the armholes, the neckline and the bottom on both of them, and then we'll turn this one inside out, or right side facing out, put it inside this, and then you sew the side and shoulder seams. Now we sew through a loop around the side, so you don't sew it together, you sew like a loop around, and do the same for the shoulders, just a loop on both sides. I'm pretty happy with how this set turned out. It's actually really cute and like really comfy as well. I just love double lining things because I feel like it's really supportive, and I think the color is cute. I definitely see myself wearing this like set together and maybe like a techno festival. Very happy with it. I definitely think the finishings could have been like a lot better and cleaner, but you know what, because I flipped it inside out, like no one's gonna know. This top was super random, and I cut it out of the other top I sewed, and I just cut this pattern and sewed it together and added in the drawstrings, and it's kind of turned out pretty nice. Like, I'm really vibing with this, probably as like a festival top as well. The last project for the day, I'm going to sew a dress in this beautiful fabric. The dress is going to be a mini, and I'm going to have like a tight body and then like a looser bust. I've cut all my pieces, and I have double lined it with the top, front and back piece, face them into each other, and then I'm gonna sew around it except for the side and the shoulder bits. And then I've done that process with the other tops where you turn it inside out. And then I've made the waistband, which I'm just gonna sew the sides. I've also made the waistband connected to the big dress bit because the dress flowy bit is only gonna be one layer, so it's more flowy. And I'm just gonna sew down the sides of that and then sandwich everything together. I hope you're not watching this for a tutorial, because this is not a tutorial. I've sewed the front of the top, but I just didn't sew the bottom because I'm going to turn this inside out and then sew 2 straight stitches where the boob is and then pull that so it gets like a scrunchy, effect. I shouldn't be doing this. Anyway, I haven't shown you where I'm filming, but I'm filming in my windowsill and like I can see people walk past and I kind of just watch them while sewing. So the dress is done and I think she's really, really cute how she turned out. I did have to adjust the neckline a couple times to make it bigger because it was choking me a little bit. But yeah, I think she's turned out amazing and she's really comfy, and I think like the waistband around the bust area is really nice, supportive and like flattering as well. So I'm just gonna work on refining my own pattern a bit. So if I want to make this with like different colors or fabrics in the future or make like a few little adjustments, I can. But yeah, this was a really fun little like sewing project. I say little, but I've spent hours and days on it. And if you have any patterns that you've sewn before that you really enjoyed off Etsy or like YouTube tutorials, please chuck them below because I'm looking to make some more and there's so many out there. So I'd really love some suggestions. Maybe that'll be my next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to follow along with my sewing adventures or travel or business vlogs. I'm not sure which one will be next, but I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Love you.